God. Hey, first and foremost, we like to say, call Halayim,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well, who taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect. The Akim out there spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth with sincerity and truth and presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice, as the scriptures teach us to do. All right, shalom to the very, very, very few sisters that do listen to us as well. This is Brother Yarmaya from Great Millstone, Chicago.
Brother Shapaya.
Yeah, basically, the brother had something to bring out,
Right, well, matter of fact, you're right. You can't do it that way. I'm going to play a quick little video at first. All right, and we're going to go from there.
Different populations around the country being affected in different ways. Black Americans, Latinos, Native Americans, just getting devastated by this. We need to understand what the government is doing to address those issues and protecting all.
Now he's talking about the coronavirus, who it's predominantly hurting. Now there's a lot of different stats out there. He says it's Esau who's really getting hurt from it, but vice versa. Let alone, it's something from the Lord. But nonetheless, he just said blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Those are the Israelites, predominantly, right?
Frontline workers.
Now check out what he said.
What's not being done? We don't have the testing capacity now to know where this disease is.
Right, they don't have the testing for all these people, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, but really in the world, to even test this quote-unquote disease, right? So here's the reality of the situation.
We haven't scaled up the thousands and thousands of contact tracers that we need. We don't provide safe places for people to isolate or quarantine if they're identified as either having an infection or being in contact. We are saying if you have money and you're white, you can do well here. If you're not, good luck to you.
And that's what we're about to come into, man. All right? Matter of fact, those days are already here. And he says pretty much about us not building these facilities that's needed for this quote-unquote coronavirus. This is what you will be doing to these people. And the only people that will be able to survive and make it are rich white folks. That's why they got the bunkers. They got the fallout shelters, the deep underground cities and things of that nature.
Right.
They're already prepared for certain things of this nature. So this is just solidifying all the things we've been telling you people.
And it's an uproar amongst they people who don't have it. I just want to bring out a precept concerning the way that he put it, because I never in my life heard a person outside of the Israelites or the men of the Lord, starting with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, name it like that. Mm-hmm. They said the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Nobody ever put them in a group like that outside of us. So I just wanted to bring out the scripture to prove what he said is of a truth. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 33. It says, "Thus said Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and they that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go." And that's basically exactly what he just said, man. The children of Israel, the other tribes, the northern kingdom, and the children of Judah, the southern kingdom, man, oppressed together.
Right, because you had, you had the conquistadors come over, fuck over this place, right? Which, brought all Esau over here, took the Native Americans' land. South America took their shit, all right? And over here abused Jake. We got oppressed together. But why did we get oppressed together?
And still getting oppressed together.
Right.
He just brought it out. Yeah. Shit, he showed you.
All right. But why are we getting oppressed? Because we went off doing things contrary to what the Lord told us to do, man. And continue to do, and we're continuing to do those things. So us knowing that, of course, the main majority of these people that's about to get fucked over out here during these times are going to be Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. You Israelites, man. Because you guys refuse to listen to the prophets. You refuse to listen to the Lord.
Hey, I got it. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Mm-hmm. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it."
Right. It's the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. Who's that? That he's talking about? The remnant. All right. The elect is coming out of that, man. Not your 2/3, man. You guys about to get a hefty fucking payment, man, of judgment. All right, this is Isaiah 66:4. I also will choose their delusions, and I will bring their fears upon them. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, none did hear. But they did evil before my eyes. So the Lord is going to bring all your fears. The fear of, damn, we in a motherfucking quarantine. Damn, martial law. Damn, meat shortage. Damn, I got to take an RFID chip. Damn, rape, murder. Hey, these people are savages out here. The Lord's about to bring all that upon you, man.
Yep.
All right? And the same people that man named are going to be the number one people affected in this situation. And listen, the heathens, Esau, all them going to get their judgment in the valley of Jehoshaphat. You niggas are going to get your judgment on this side, then ultimately by those nukes, that second death. All right? Hold on, Jelly. All right? And it says, but did evil before my eyes and chose that which I delighted not. Hear the word of Yahweh, ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren have that hated you. Who trembles at the words, Lord? We do. Right? Should not a trumpet be blown in a city, and an evil be done in the city, and the Lord has not done it?
Right.
All right? So, hey, we listened. That Ezekiel 3 kicked in to us. Hey, damn, somebody blowing the trumpet. And we did the same thing that they're doing. Blowing the trumpet, man. Okay? So all ye that tremble at his word, your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let Yahweh be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy, so our salvation, and they shall be ashamed. It's going to be their condemnation, man. All right? Hey, woe to you guys that desire the Lord, the day of the Lord. You guys are going to get fucked over, man.
You're right. He said, well, what is it to you, man? It ain't going to be your salvation. You got another one? All right, this is Ezekiel. This is Ezekiel. This is Ezekiel 14, and I will start at verse 17. Ezekiel 14 and 17, it says, or if I bring the sword upon that land and say, sword, go through the land, so I cut off man and beast from it. Though these 3 men were in it, as I live, saith Yahweh, they shall neither deliver their sons nor daughters, but they only shall be delivered themselves. Or if I will send a pestilence into that land, and pour out my fury upon it in blood to cut off man and beast from it. It says, though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, saith Yahweh power, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter. They shall but deliver their own souls by their righteousness, man. All right, it says, for thus saith Yahweh, how much more when I send my force or judgments upon Jerusalem. Right, he said this place is so wicked, you know, that he's only delivering the righteous, man, for their works. It says, Jerusalem, the sword, the famine, and the noisome beast, and the pestilence to cut off man and beast. And that's what we living in. Like your brother said, it remained. It says, yet, behold, therein shall be left a remnant that shall be brought forth, both sons and daughters. Both they shall come forth unto you, and they shall see their way and their doings, and shall be comforted concerning the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem, even concerning all that I have brought upon it.
So that he should be saved out of it, that's the remnant.
That's right.
And the hell with the rest of you Israelites, man. You guys ain't the Israel of Yahweh, man. Okay?
God, you the John 8:44 Israelites.
Exactly.
You the John 8:44 Israelites. Hey, that's why the Apostle Paul said what? He said they are not all Israel, which are of the house of Israel. Yeah, they're Israelites by blood, but you niggas are wicked, man. Which is to your detriment. That's why King David said, "Let their table be a snare upon them, man." Like Paul, are you Israelites? So am I. You know,
right? Are you Hebrew? So am I. Right?
These niggas wait, because it's more than the shalom and the beard, man. You gotta do the work.
Or dietary law.
Right? You don't need pork. I know niggas, wicked ass niggas that don't eat pork.
Come. This is Isaiah 65 and 3. And people that provoke me to anger, continually to my face. Hey, like you brothers was going in on a live stream yesterday. Why should ye be stricken anymore? You just harden your fucking necks. You just a stiff-necked people, right?
Come.
That sacrifices in the gardens and burneth incense upon the altars of brick, which remaineth among the groves and lodge of the monuments. And these people have these different churches and these different religions, all right? These different mosques, all right? Hey, check this out. Which eat swine's flesh. Jake known for eating that pork.
It's an idol. It's an idol of Israel, man. That's why, and it goes into being a ceremonious, idolatrous feast, man. And that's why when you go in the markets around November, September, what do they call it? Holiday ham, man.
Get your chitlins.
Jake, this nothing new under the sun, man.
It's Jake all over again. That's why those same people that was announced in the beginning of this video are the same people that's about to get judged, man. The Lord is about, hey, it's going to be, man, y'all think 70 AD was something. Wait till you see this.
Time like never before.
The Daniels, man, is going to kick in. Hey, listen, Michael the Archangel only going to be defending the elect. The hell with the rest of you. He probably fucking kill a couple of you fucking 2/3. You never know. Because the angels going to be doing work, man. You know? Which eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things in their vessels. You know, Jake like that crab boil. It says broth of that's, you know, I'm a chef. That's all I thought about. Garlic butter, lobster, shrimp,
them niggas
crawfish,
man.
all that shit, man.
Garlic butter, sea roach, eating niggas.
And this is how the Bible explained it: broth of abominable things in their vessels. I'm reading this morning. I said, this is Jake Dumbass going down to 2 crabs right there on 47.
We talked about it last night, man. Them niggas, yeah, man. Them niggas, man. Hey, man, the Most High gonna get rid of them niggas, man. Got a line around.
Right.
Crabs and Jordans, man.
Niggas 6 feet apart still. Pat
For
shit.
2 crabs.
For some fucking crabs, man.
Some damn sea roaches.
Which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I'm holier than thou. Especially when people in church, that's how they be.
I bet you a lot of them were so-called church. They call themselves Bible-believing Christians.
But don't read this. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. You know, a smoke, it chokes you, man. It's fucking irritating, man.
That's right.
Even when you light an incense, it smells good, but you put your nose right under the incense, shit, it's burning, irritating, the smoke is bad. He says, a fire that burneth all day. Behold, it is written before me. I will not keep silence, but will recompense, even recompense in their bosoms. Your iniquities, the iniquities of your fathers together, saith Yahweh, which have burned incense upon the mountains and blasphemed me upon the hills. Therefore will I measure their former work into their bosom. And listen how the Lord said it. He said, I'm going to recompense you to your bosom, your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers. Because you people are the same fucking people. Right? The same people that said, let his blood be upon us and our children. Well, you're the same children, man. All right? The Lord got a bone to pick with you guys, man.
That's
okay?
Right. It's Revelations 22 and 11.
Come on.
This is, you had more than that?
No, go ahead.
No, just because you had quoted it, this was Daniel 12 and 1. It says, Daniel 12 and 1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And so the elect is going to be delivered, man. And everybody else is just everybody else, man. They're going to be fucked up. That's it, man. Only the election make it out of that trouble. You got something?
I know we got to stop at 15, right?
No, not really. A little bit after that.
All right. This is, I'm going to run them through fast. This is Isaiah 65 and 11. All right? But ye are they that forsake Yahweh, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for the truth, and that furnish the drink offering into that number. All right? Hey, so certainly you leaders preparing the sheep for slaughter for Esau, man. All right? Yeah, your so-called spiritual leaders, man. Therefore, I will number you unto the sword. All right? Whether that is the pestilence, Esau, whatever it may be, man. The Lord is about to slaughter a lot of you Israelites. And ye shall bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, that's why I don't tongue wrestle with niggas, man. If a nigga can't get it, man, fuck him, man.
Yeah.
We ain't finna have a tongue wrestling contest, man.
Come. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh thy power, behold, my servants shall eat, ye should be hungry. Right? It's a meat shortage, right? It's a food crisis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Behold, my servants shall drink, and ye should be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, and ye should be ashamed. Shit, we the only people rejoicing in this time. And the whole conversation we had earlier. We're rejoicing in this time, man.
Yeah,
all right? But ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing of joy of heart. And that's what we're doing right now, honestly. All right? And ye should be Salakia. But ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, Jacob's trouble. All right? And shall howl vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave my name to be a curse unto my chosen. And Yahweh shall slay thee and call his servants by another name. All right? Ezekiel 9:4.
That's right.
But I'm just hit 5 because we already know what 9:4 says. But to the others, all right, you other fucking Israelites, he said in my hearing, go ye after through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly young, old, both maids, little children, women, and come not to any man whom the mark. And begin at my sanctuary, which means, hey, this judgment is going to start with Israel, like the scriptures say, man. I believe that's Peter's, right? Then they began with the ancient men which were before the house. And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain, and go ye forth. And they went forth and slew the city. And the Lord is getting ready to do that again with the angels. Whether it's the angels manipulating Esau's mind to come slaughter you, do different diseases, whatever it may be. All right?
Spirit's created for vengeance, man.
God.
He said it in Psalms, I think it's 79, or 48, 79, or 79, 48. He sent upon them evil angels, man. The Lord got a recompense for you people, man. You got more?
Now, I had another precept, but it's going to be pretty long. But, hey, Ezekiel the 7th chapter, read that on your own time. The Lord said, an evil, only an evil, but evil, an end is come.
Yeah,
right?
We ain't beating no motherfucking dead horses, man. We gonna cut you niggas, and we gonna leave it alone, man. We gonna edify the flock, and we gonna leave it alone, man. Hey, so, hey, you can end it.
Hey, so with that, hey, we pray it was edified. We want to say our praises, honor, and glory be unto
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the other apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Shalom.
Shalom.